Hi, this is Lisbeth, and this is the tip of the week. So, today I want to talk about dogs' need for space, and that there is one very easy thing we can do in very many situations to prevent and to stop our dogs from overreacting to something, or for being stressed, or for being more fearful. Dogs have a personal, intimate zone, just like we have humans. So when we come too close to the dog, some dogs feel even threatened by it, especially if we approach a dog straight on and not walk in a curve. It feels even more threatening because it's part of their natural body language and calming signals to curve. So dogs very often need maybe even more space than we think they do. And the lack of space is very often then the cause of the problem. For example, if the dog is overreacting by jumping or barking or reacting in any such kind of way. Stress is also linked very much to that uh, behavior or the result of not having enough space. So, especially if you have a sensitive or fearful dog, it's even more important that you consider the space that your dog gets. So, the situations where our dogs very often need more space than we give them is when they meet unfamiliar dogs or strangers, or when they are in nosy environments, or just not feeling well. And some of the signs that you can see on your dog, if the space is not big enough for your dog, it's calming signals. So you might observe lip licking, yawning, turning their head or their whole body away, or even sniffing the ground. They might also show, if they're stressed, they might show stress signals, which is more like panting, a tense body, or shaking off. So some dogs always, not always, but some dogs also really, really clearly try to tell us that, hey, I need more space. I don't feel, comfortable in this situation. So they actually hide behind you, go between your legs, or even try to leave the area. If you have a dog on leash, your dog might want to go away and you don't let him. And the more obvious signals, if your dog really is not happy about the space, it could be because he's fearful, or because maybe they have something, a bone or food or something they're not interested in sharing. Then they might be growling, barking, or showing their teeth. So when you see dogs do any of these kind of behaviors, and do not wait until your dog starts growling or barking, because before that, your dog has showed you some calming signals. So train yourself to observe your dog in these situations. And what do? You increase the space. You make the space bigger. So it could be you yourself, then you can walk a couple of steps away from the dog. Or if there is someone else, a person, you ask the person to walk away, or you take the dog and walk away to create more space. So when your dog is showing these signals, increase the distance immediately, if possible. If not, tell the other one to do it. And avoid, at any cost, do avoid forcing interactions between the people and the dog that your dog is showing needs more space. This is a mistake we do quite a lot, I think, especially with puppies, because people come up to our puppies because they're cute and adorable and they want to pet them. Some people even lift them up from the ground, which is really rude. So don't let strangers behave that and do these things to your dog. Be your dog's, protector. So if someone is approaching your dog and you observe your dog is not comfortable, then tell the person to stop and tell them what to do instead. And what we can do instead is to absolutely use our body to signal and to use our body language to our dogs so they understand that we are not threatening. And the way we do that is simply by turning a little bit away. It could be only the head, or it could be your shoulders, your upper body, or maybe your whole body 180 degrees or even 90 degrees around. So if you can't create space, use your body language, but I would also say do both. But if the person is a stranger and it's not easy to instruct, which is a lot of humans aren't that easy to instruct, then you need to create more distance. So teach your friends and your family members to recognize and respect these signals in your dog and use more consent-based interactions with your dog, which means that you should actually always, when it comes to these kind of interactions, let your dog choose when to engage. And always advocate for your dog when you are in public spaces, like I said. So observe your dog's calming signals in everyday life and then see if you missed any of these signs before, because when you start actively looking for the calming signs, then of course you will see more of them and you can learn to understand your dog better, your dog's behavior and your dog's feelings. So remember this very easy to summarize. It's space for dogs. They need space. If they don't feel comfortable, we have to do something about it. And we can do two things. We should use our own body language and look away or turn a little bit away. And we should increase the space. So walk away. If you can't walk away, then you have to ask, the other person or the other person with the dog to walk away. So that's what it takes. If your dog is not happy with the space, you have to change it and you have to increase the space, make it a little bit better. And you will be surprised on how little it takes very often. So we should be more polite. And the more you do this to your dog, by the way, or for your dog rather, the more your dog will learn to trust you. Because trust is something that we need to earn, and it's based on our behavior, what we do. So when your dog start to feel and actually see the results of your behavior, and it's helping him or her in these kind of situations, that's when your dog will start trusting you even more. So good luck with observing your dog and the calming signals, and I'll see you next week. Bye.